Hello. Today we're looking at Girl 11 by Amy Suiter Clarke. Hello. Today, like I said, we're reviewing Girl 11 by Amy Suiter Clarke. Thank you to the author and the publisher for sending me a copy on Net Galley. This book was awesome. Okay, so I gave this one a 5-star. 5-star. This is a novel of suspense, as it says there on the cover. This was really good. I love this. It had a kind of a interesting setup because you get the narrative text, but then there's also episodes of the main character's podcast inserted in between as well. So it kind of alternates between that, and the narrative goes between present day, but you also get flashbacks to the past as well. Now, those of you that have followed me for a while know that when books tend to hop around between time and also different characters and things in it, it can get quite frustrating for me. It has to be done well. This particular book, it was done well. It was always very clear. In fact, there was always the bold title saying whether it was the podcast or whether it was present day and whose point of view we were in on it. Okay. For the most part, it's Elle, our main character, but we do further on in the book also get flashbacks from the serial killer. Okay, so in this book, as you might have guessed by now, it is a suspense thriller, and there is a serial killer in it. So our serial killer in this one is the Countdown Killer, TCK, as he has been abbreviated to in this. And Elle, our main character, she has a podcast where she delves into the cold cases, in particular where the victims are children. Okay, so a couple of trigger warnings for you here. Okay, this does deal with the kidnapping of young children. Obviously there is murder and abuse and things like that in this. Not sexual abuse, but physical abuse and mental abuse in it. So be wary of those if you're going to pick this one up. But anyway, so we have our main character. She's doing her podcast, and her current case is the Countdown Killer. So she's trying to work out this serial killer who started out like 20 years ago. He has the reason why he is the Countdown Killer is because he's with his victims. He's doing like a countdown. So they predict that his first victim would have been 21 years old. His second victim was 20, 19, 18, and then going down as he goes through his victims. He got to a point where he gets to number 11, so the 11-year-old, and then it gets interrupted. Okay, so he goes dormant for a few years and things, and so she's investigating this case. She's convinced that he is still alive, regardless of the fact that he's no longer killing, but she's convinced he's still out there, and so she wants to bring him to justice. Okay, then through a series of events, he turns active again. Okay, so there's lots of little twists and turns in it, which is quite interesting. Lots of things get revealed along the way. It was interesting also the flashbacks to when our serial killer was a child that kind of explain why. I mean, it explains his method and everything in it and why he's killing the way he's killing and stuff, and so you kind of get inside his head, and it by no means justifies his killing, but it does explain a bit of like the psychology and things behind it, which I found it's interesting from the point of view from that. But I loved how the book was done, so that it's not an excuse, you know. Just because you had bad situations or whatever growing up does not mean you have to turn into a serial killer. So it explains lots of stuff like that along the way. We also get background information on the past victims and things as well going through this. And then it goes through, I don't want to give spoilers, so I'm not going to reveal some of the other things that get discovered, especially towards the later end of the book. But it was really, really good. I mean, I had worked out some of these earlier on in the book, but it all gets brought together at the end. Now, something else I wanted to say about this book, which I thought was done quite well, is the diversity of the characters in it as well, but the way that it was done. So we have a female police chief, okay, who hijab, I don't know how to pronounce. So she has the hair and everything, which obviously identifies her in it as well, but it was done in a way that she's like this strong female character in it, and she's in an authority figure, and I loved that. And also there were other things like that as well, where questions of colour, race, religious background and things were kind of inserted, but not in a preachy way, and not done in a I'm inserting this character because I want my book to be diverse and have different characters in it. And so it wasn't done like that. It was done so they were naturally inserted in it, and I think that more books should be like that. So it's not like it's not forced in any way, the thing, and I really loved that. Then, okay, so something else we need to talk about as well is Martin, who is Elle's husband in this. I struggled a little bit with their relationship. Sorry about the noise, I'm filming outside today. So we're on summer break, there's kids playing. But so, anyway, yes, going back to Martin. So the relationship that he has with Elle in it is a little different, a little complex. They should probably have some kind of marital counselling thing, I think, probably, so they can work better, but they do. He definitely has her back. She has a lot of work to do from that aspect for their relationship. So anyway, sorry about the yelling. I don't know what's going on. Apparently some kids have not been behaving, and so they're yelling. So anyway, I think Martin definitely treats Elle better than Elle treats Martin in it. In their list of priorities and things, it's a relationship that's a little bit complex anyway, but there are reasons for that, as you discover later on. But anyway, overall, this book was amazing. It was one of those real page turners. So highly recommend this if you do like the whole thriller genre and want a book with some suspense in it and it's going to keep you guessing and interesting characters in it, then definitely go check this one out. Like I said, I gave this one a 5-star. Okay, so anyway, please click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on new uploads, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.